The No New Friends podcast is brought to you by Sandpiper Vacations. For the best in vacation plannings, just visit www.sandpipervacations.com. Let them know that the No New Friends podcast sent you.
So listen, it's not pretty. I'll tell you that much. This is not a pretty war, but war is gruesome and war is ugly. I will update you because I have put in a supply through Lockheed Martin to get some chemical. I am going to launch a chemical warfare against them. I have been watching a lot of like Saddam Hussein Middle East footage. I'm watching tape. Oh my God. I'm watching tape. Like what I do? What do I think we might have to cut that. We probably might have to cut the Saddam Hussein part. But I am doing it. It is like my YouTube history is all chemical warfare tape.
No joke. I have an aunt who works for Lockheed Martin who builds bombs.
There we go.
I'm just saying. I have contact, and we got this.
I don't know if we have to take that out for national security reasons, but but thank you for letting us.
If it keeps eating your chips, it's a security issue there.
Broadcasting from the Sandpiper Vacation Studios, it's time for the No New Friends podcast. The podcast for adults who love to laugh at adulting, the good, the bad, and the funny.
Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's showtime. It's showtime.
That's right, you're listening to the No New Friends podcast, voted number 1 by our friends and family, and number 3 by the Orlando Weekly Readers Poll. We are the podcast for adults who love to laugh at adulting. Now, if you'd like to connect with us on all of our social media, all of our links are right there on our website. That's nonewfriendspodcast.com. While you're there, check out our really sweet merchandise and also become a Clubhouse member, a friend with benefits. That's our Patreon. For as low as $2 a month, you can watch us record all of these episodes live. You'll have exclusive access to our never-before-seen interviews, our cutting room floor, and so much more. We are streaming right now live on YouTube. Just go to our link right there on our website, and you can connect with our YouTube, get a notification every time we go live. My name is Scott. I am the host. With me, as always, my extremely talented cast of characters, the scumbag reselling hoarder himself, Chris.
Happy to be here.
Our Jewish American princess, Sarah.
Hello.
Our emotional support gay, Nick.
It's me. I'm a gay.
And our producer, Alex.
Hola.
What is going on, guys? Happy 2024. It's a new year.
Right. Yeah.
I know. I keep forgetting, and I'm continuing to keep writing 23 on like all my emails.
You see, I'm in fiscal year 24 already. I've been in fiscal year 2024 since October. So Chris, fiscal is something that we who have jobs talk about in business, fiscal years.
I thought that was a gay slur. I was like, Nick, are you okay with me saying that? So leave that in 2023, Scott.
Yeah, that's right. So we've got a big event coming up in February. And that's the second annual Friendies Award. It'll be our
that's right.
Yeah, it'll be our 3rd year anniversary. And so we're actually a little bit ahead of the game this year because last year I think I remembered it like 2 weeks out, and we're like, oh crap, we got to get votes. So Chris is going to put up the survey with the categories. We'll put it on our Discord, our public Discord, all of our social media.
Make sure.
Somehow it'll be on our website. Can we do that? Can we put a link to the survey on our website?
Oh, wow. That's first of all, I just found out I'm doing the survey, so you have to give me a couple minutes on that. I'll get an answer to
you. Well, if it's technology related, you're doing it.
Yeah, well, our marketing expert, Mary, might be able to
stop it. Stop. So, but what I wanted to do is, last year I kind of came up with the categories because, again, we were last minute. We forgot about it. And then, here we go. So I wanted to let's brainstorm some categories. And then.
Hey, Scott.
Yes.
Actually, before we brainstorm, I actually have some breaking news. And I want everybody to move out of the way. I'm gay.
Nick's on the mic, so it's time to take notice. And if you don't like it, that's homophobic. Stay the hell out of his way. Move, I'm gay.
So I wasn't on last week, unfortunately, to share this breaking news that broke news actually last week. So it's a week behind, but it's a week ahead for those of you in the future listening and whatever. Anyways, if you guys remember, I was talking about my client a couple weeks ago that was super annoying. He didn't know where Mexico was or Punta Cana. They actually booked their trip finally.
No, was it him or was it his significant other?
The significant other booked it, let's be honest.
Because he seemed pretty untrustworthy. I don't know why.
Yeah. I mean, I'm super excited. They're going to a Motel 8 in Idaho.
In Idaho. You said you were booking for Idaho, so here we are.
Yeah, I mean, after all this back and forth, he thinks Idaho's in a different country. He's actually not allowed to leave the country. We found out, so we're like, okay, yeah, let's send you somewhere. Let's send you somewhere tropical. So, Motel 8, they're going to leave the lights on for him too, which is super awesome.
Wait, I thought there was Motel 6.
They upgraded there too.
You seem like an expert on motels, Scott. What do you know something about this vacation?
Yeah, I know. It sounds like you might know more about this than the.
Listen, I was single for 2 years.
It's disgusting.
This isn't part of my travel update for later, but I just wanted to share this amazing news that we've been talking about for quite a few weeks now. I'm super excited to share this journey because, like I said, I'm excited to see what this person thinks of Idaho, and hopefully he comes back still married after this. Yeah. Super excited.
Now, some follow-up questions. Did they get direct flights?
Spirit Airlines is going to be taking them. It might be direct. They might have to fly the plane. I don't really know at this point. It's kind of it's literally up in the air or not.
What's really funny is my friend told me, he's like, yeah, trying to book this vacation, and Nick suggested, he's like, oh, you could get cheaper flights with Frontier, and my friend like spit out his drink and was like, Nick, I don't fly Frontier. What are you thinking? So
I took Frontier to and from Puerto Rico, and I'm still here. So,
boom.
I'm just saying.
Did you go to Idaho?
So, Sarah, which made you sicker? The empanada at the food truck or the flight on Frontier Airlines?
Absolutely the empanada. However, I was not comfortable whatsoever on that Frontier flight, but I made it alive, and that's what's important.
All that matters.
But they put cute animals on their planes, so it makes up for it.
Yeah.
I wish I would have known you were flying Frontier. I would have insisted that you texted us when you landed, because you never know with Frontier.
They're cheap flights for a reason, okay?
Yeah. So, Nick, did your client get the room that they wanted? Is there any confusion about the rooms or anything?
In all seriousness, the client did book Sandals property. Which is super exciting.
Big feet
Sandals,
guy, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
They're going to be enjoying some sandals. They end up switching properties kind of completely. We had a few different ideas, and this property actually has a naked beach.
Wow.
I've heard
so
this.
My client is very excited to drop his pants, I heard.
Well, okay. Because I've been talking to this client of yours. Very excited / anxious. Not really into the nude beach scene, but will do anything for content. They have a podcast too. Cool. Yeah, he wants to do anything for content. And so he's really anxious about
it's research. It's marketing.
Research.
It's gonna,
Okay. But let me tell you something, Nick. Your client is very nervous about this nude beach because a lot of anxiety about this, and like real anxiety. Because what if they're on the beach and it's mostly men and he's aroused? Like, does that make him gay at that point? Or what if he's not aroused and too small? Like,
I think either way, no one will be able to tell.
So what if he's aroused and small? Because I heard from the wife of the client that there's some growth issues.
Is that in the free quote request? They have to disclose stuff like that.
I always ask those questions. I want to make sure that I have all the details
whether or not to put like Viagra on the request Viagra instead of like a shower seat for people.
Yeah, my questionnaire is very detailed. I ask a lot of important information, especially since this client is staying in a butler room. I wanted to make sure that I have all the details available to provide the butler as well too, so that way if she needs, if he or she needs to like help compensate for small issues, she can get more beer or more tequila if she needs. So yeah.
This client could probably try like Key West or something, which is a lot closer. I may have accidentally ended up in Key West during Fantasy Fest, and that's a lot that's and you
What's Fantasy Fest?
Oh, Chris, it's like the biggest nude
first
party.
You had my interest, but now you have my curiosity. Wait, Sarah, you went to a nude party?
I was sitting there with my friend and her baby and looked up and was like, is
you
that?
had no idea?
No idea what was going on.
Is that a schlong?
We were there because her husband was getting a job and I was very caught off guard. So yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, apparently there's places a lot closer that you can test out your, your limits as far as that goes.
It's not a bad idea, actually, Scott.
There's a little nude beach over kind of near you guys in Cocoa Beach, so you can
Yeah.
try it out if you need. Yeah.
Now, Nick, have you ever been to a nude beach?
Multiple times. Actually, I went to that one that you might be visiting. So,
do you partake or admire?
My friend's visiting.
I mean, her friend. Sorry, I keep forgetting. It's a friend of yours. I partake. I am comfortable with my body. I don't have. Everybody's different, literally, and I just feel like be proud of yourself. And
I have a few questions.
You've seen me in a Speedo. I've worn less than that.
Yeah, I have a few questions. Be proud. There's one thing being proud. There's another thing being terribly afraid of getting sunburn on your penis.
That's a real.
That's scary.
Happen, yeah.
It's never seen the sun ever.
A whole new level of anxiety, Chris, because think about this. Okay. My friend doesn't go to Costco a lot, just like me. And if they are being smart and putting sunscreen or sun lotion on their penis, it's going to be all over in about 3 seconds on the beach. And then it's really inappropriate.
What's is there a, what do you, okay. Trying to word my thoughts. So, like if you're going to the beach or like somebody who works out is going to the beach, they pump some iron before, get the muscles all big and stuff. Is there pre-pumping in other parts?
Yeah, it's called putting sunscreen on it.
Like, is
for
that
some
a thing?
people, for some people like Scott's friend that might be putting sunscreen on for, I've heard he uses Vaseline too.
That's on the questionnaire.
I feel like I remember a story of somewhere about Vaseline in a shower, but yeah, I mean, you can kind of fluff it, I guess, a little bit, kind of like what a stripper does at a bar.
Is that normal? Like you just look around, like, oh, that guy pre-fluffed.
No, I just look around to see. I mean, there was a guy there last time that had a huge talent, if you know what I mean.
He was doing like cartwheels and stuff. He was like a gymnast.
Yeah. I mean, he had 5 legs. It was basically 5. Like he was down on what I thought was all 4s, but no, there was 5.
Now, Sarah, have you ever been to a nude beach other than wandering into Fantasy Fest?
No, never.
Would you? Is that something you would do?
I'm too awkward of a human to like sit there and be around that, honestly. More power to you if you like that, but I'm just too awkward and I wouldn't partake because I'm comfortable, but I'm modest.
Yeah, it takes a while to get comfortable with it.
Okay. Chris?
No.
No?
Yeah, why would you even have? No.
I mean,
what business do I have being at a nude beach?
Your doppelganger performs nude at SeaWorld every single day. What's the issue?
No, not for me, but not for the reasons you might think. Don't want to get sand in my ass. Like that's
good
it.
point.
I hate sand. hate
Me
sand.
too.
I hate it in my toes.
I mean, it's going to get in there
places.
anyway, even with a swimsuit on. Let's be honest. How many
I hate
times
that.
have you worn a swimsuit and it's
I
everywhere?
try to avoid the beach at all costs, fully clothed. I wear socks on the beach because I don't like sand. Like I wear socks, and everyone's like, "Why are you wearing sneakers and socks?" I don't want to be here. That's why.
Yeah, I hate the beach.
Like, I do not like this, so I'm not going to derobe and get sand everywhere else. I can't do that.
Well, then you go into the shower. I mean, this is not like this is at a resort. You're not driving home or anything.
Yeah. You can go to the pool. I mean, the pool's not, you have to wear a swimsuit at the pool, but I don't think anybody will care there.
Yeah.
We don't all have that.
Thing.
We don't all have that luxury. Like if I go to the beach, it might be 10 minutes away, but I have to drive 10 minutes back home uncomfortable. But
Are there nude beaches in
we can
Daytona?
drive. No. I'm just saying in general because it gets everywhere.
Everywhere. And it hurts.
Awful.
I start chafing.
Awful.
I just start chafing sitting there. I don't know how. I have no idea how. I'd chafe like an hour on the beach. I'm chafed. I don't even have to walk that far. I'm just chafed already.
We're lucky here in Daytona because you can drive on the beach. So my first car was a convertible, and I used to just drive onto the beach, put
Wasn't
the
your
top
first car
down.
a Mustang?
No, it was a Volkswagen Cabriolet, and I used to put that top down.
Cabrio onto the beach.
Is it considered sex on the beach if it's in a car on the beach having sex?
I would chalk it up.
I'm gonna make that happen.
Do some research.
I would chalk that up as it. So the friendies.
Oh yeah, the friendies. I forgot.
Sorry, I got sidetracked on all this.
This was a lot to take in.
It was.
This is a very gay segment. For you guys, so
I'm sure there's going to be updates. You know, like my friend found out that they one of the nights of entertainment they do an open mic night. So he's preparing 5 minutes of stand-up comedy. He's never been up on stage before, so
awesome.
Doing stand-up. So he's going to try that. But yeah, there's so much going on. We've got the friendies to discuss. We also have a duck race going on. For the $250 Visa gift card from the Secret Word contest. And all the ducks are there. All the ducks are in a row, if you will.
We do. All right. Excuse my French, there's a shit ton of ducks here. And it's like glitching the screen even. But we have an hour on the clock here. And we have, Scott, do you have the email that you sent me?
We have a lot.
It's just a lot.
There's a lot.
It looks like there could be 226,000 people here.
That's what it looks like.
A lot of ducks.
That's what it looks like.
I kid you not. If you're watching live, it is glitching. But anyway, if you're on here, like the first person's name that I can see here, which is Jaws, good luck. The other people that I can't see, good luck to you as well. I'm sure you're all going to do so great. So, except for only one of you is going to do great. Let's be real.
Yeah.
We're going to start the clock here though. No, not start the clock. We're gonna start the race. I'm just gonna press go. I'm just gonna press go.
Yeah, just go. Let's do it.
Just go for it.
It's glitching. It is. There's too many people.
Okay, Remy's got an early lead.
Yeah,
Remy has an early lead, and if you see,
there's no way to put this.
Yeah, wow, Remy's got a huge lead right now. And listen, if you're seeing your name multiple times, it's because you're a Patreon member and you got extra entries. So we'll check in on this throughout. Jaws Robert just took a lead, so. We'll check in on this every once in a while to see how it's going, who's winning, who's losing, and we'll go from there. So this is going to be exciting.
I changed GM Ryan to old Ryan.
That's funny. All right, so we do have to get to the friendies, but we're running out of time right now. So we'll get back to it in a minute. But before we get to word of the day, guys, I did an interview without telling you about it. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Really?
But
There's been a lot of things happening without me.
I know.
Apparently.
Yeah.
But I wanted to play this interview real quick.
Did you get Eddie Deason back on? Was he able to sneak down from his bedroom?
Yeah, right. Yeah, he gave me 5 minutes. It was early in the day.
Okay. Good.
So here we go. Here's my interview with a special guest. I'm here with a very special guest, General Antonio Pesticelli, who is the general of the ant army that's infesting Chris's office. General, how are you today?
I'm great, Scott. Thanks for having me. We just finished off a 2-day-old donut left on Chris's desk.
Wow, 2-day-old donut. Well, let me start by asking you this. It seems like you've got a personal mission against Chris. You've infested his apartment in the Yob commune, and now his office in his new home. Why is that?
Well, you've seen Chris in action, leaving towels on the floor when he came to visit you. This guy is a slob. We have nothing against him personally, but just like Chris, we're lazy and don't want to work hard. Chris's office is the golden corral of offices. At any given moment, we can choose different foods. Leftover Cheetos, half-eaten turkey sausage sandwiches, open bottles of booze, donuts, and our favorite, value meal number 1 from McDonald's.
Wow. It really seems like Chris doesn't really like to clean up after himself. What's the craziest food that's been left out?
Scott, I'm glad you asked this question. One night, really late, after a long night of opening Pokemon cards, we thought Chris had gone to bed, but we were wrong. He had fallen asleep in his chair. Surprisingly, we didn't see any food on the desk, only a half-drank Starbucks coffee on the desk. We're trying to eliminate caffeine, so we thought we were going to go to bed hungry that night. However, my second in command noticed that Chris had been using his stomach as a table. So we just crawled up on him and noticed Dorito crumbs in his cleavage. Let me tell you, we ate great that night. Well, until the great earthquake of 2023.
Oh, can you tell me about that?
Yeah, as we were helping ourselves to the piles of Dorito crumbs, the earth below us started to shake. We almost retreated, but luckily, it was just Chris farting. We just had to endure the smell for a minute. No lives were lost. You know, Chris should really get that checked out. We don't want anything to happen to him and lose our food source.
General, how come none of your ant armies have attacked my house?
Well, 2 reasons, Scott. One, we're not bougie. We don't like name brand foods, caviar, escargot, or filet mignon. And that's all we find at your house. Plus, you use I Believe Services, which is the best in residential or commercial cleaning. So, if you want to avoid seeing our armies and you live in the Central Florida area, give I Believe Services a call at 407-928-4595 or visit their website, ibelieveservices.us.
Well, thanks for that. So it seems to me that you don't eat cheap food, and if you clean up after yourselves, then you don't have an ant problem.
Yep, pretty much.
One last question before you go, General. Why are you going after Emily now? Chris said that some of your army has left the office and is making their way towards her. What's going on there?
Oh, we love Emily. We're not trying to bother her at all. We had to retreat for a bit.
General, why was that?
I have 2 words for you. Ruptured Achilles.
Yeah, I get it. That's why we've had a 50% drop off in listeners. Well, General Antonio Pasticelli, thank you so much for coming on today. You're welcome back to give us updates anytime you want. Where can our listeners find you?
Snickers wrapper under Chris's chair.
Thank you so much, General. And now back to the podcast.
Scumbag. That's scumbag.
I can't believe you got them on here.
I know. It was a fun interview.
I feel like it's a war crime.
What's a war crime?
Because you're communicating with the enemy. I don't know if that's even allowed.
Listen, I'm a journalist. I have to stay impartial here. Okay. I got your side. You can give us updates, but General Antonio Pasticelli called me and said, hey, I want to speak. And so I gave him the opportunity. I don't know what to say.
I do have some updates. I don't know if we're doing this on YouTube or not, but
we'll see. All right. You guys ready for Lord Remy's word of the week?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Praise your Savior, let him speak. It's Lord Remy's word of the week.
What is going on, the No New Friends podcast, and happy freaking New Year, everybody. And I just like to say happy New Year from all of us here at the round table. But yes, guys, it is I, Lord Remy, with your word of the week. Guys, this word is, a word that I think it fits well for the very first, word of the week for 2024. Okay. Now we've all done this. We actually, most of us are this word. All of us are here. At the No New Friends podcast. And
what is it?
I think we are this word. Chris, Scott, myself, and Lewis, Nick. I just want to say this. All right. So here's your word of the week, and that word is simp. All right,
Simp.
that's right. Simp is a slang term that originally referred to someone overly attentive or submissive, especially to someone that they are romantically interested in.
I'm
However,
submissive.
its meaning has evolved and is sometimes used more broadly to criticize someone for being overly accommodating or supportive in various contexts. So, pretty much like for me, I am a simp to my wife. I am a simp to Jen, all right? I
You
am
got in
her
trouble for
simp,
something.
all right?
Yeah, now I'm
Now,
getting it.
Scott, Rachel
not how
is
it
your
works.
simp, okay? Or the other way around. Scott, you're a simp to your wife. Now, Lewis is a simp to Sarah, okay? And
forgot
of
your name
course,
for a
Chris,
second.
He
man,
sure did.
dude, I don't know what you are, but I know you are the scumbag reselling hoarder. But I think you are a simp to Emily, okay? So let's put it that way, all right? You're a simp. We're all simps, okay? Now, the term
What about
simp
Nick and
has
Sean?
evolved over time. Originally,
That was
derived from the
homophobic.
word
He doesn't do
simpleton.
gay, yeah.
It historically referred to a foolish or gullible person. So,
He didn't know who was a simp for
very
who.
true. However, in more recent internet slang, simp has taken on a different meaning. It is often used to mock someone, particularly a man who perceived as overly attentive, submissive, or generous to someone they are romantically interested in, with the implication that they are doing so in a desperate or insecure
So
manner.
whipped.
The usage and continuations of the term and its essential to of its potential negative
There it is.
implications. All right, so that's what pretty much what a simp is. All right, it's a gullible human being.
Wait.
All right, we are gullible to our wives. All right, we are. That's true.
That is not what it
I really
means.
think that we are gullible to our wives. All right, now I'm saying Scott, Chris, and Lewis, and Nick, and myself. Yes, we are gullible to our wives.
I don't have a wife.
All right, now before I let you guys go, here's your joke Here's your guys' joke, okay? And that joke is, what's the difference between Scratch from Ice Age and a streamer's simps? Scratch actually has a chance to get his nut. And there you guys have it. That is your word of the week. And that word is simp.
What was that?
This is Abby with the correct pronunciations to last week's word of the week and the words I'm learning in middle school. So last week's word of the week, Remy, what the heck was that? An AI generated segment? If you wanted to stop working, you could just become a part owner of South Jersey Transportation Services. Speaking of South Jersey's transportation services, Chris, you've been hanging out with Sarah for too long. Instead of custom making company shirts, he just copied public domain images and uploaded them to the NNF merch site, so he didn't have to pay for the image. Well, thanks for your help putting me through college. Lord knows my dad doesn't have enough money for college. Clearly, neither did Game Master Ryan. And if you want to help me go to college and have some really sweet merch, just go to nonewfriendspodcast.com and click on the merch tab. So, this week's middle school word of the week is tea. No, Chris, not what your new pet ants use as a swimming pool on your desk. Tea means fresh gossip. When my friends and I get together, I ask them to spill some tea or tell me what's new. I don't listen to the podcast much, but spill the tea. Where has Mary been? That's all for me. Slay queens.
Wow.
Praise your Savior, let him speak. It's Lord Remy's word of the week.
Wow. A little bit of context behind some of that. I'm ready to chat a link. I'm put Abby through college. So a little bit of context. Steamboat Willie went into the public domain the first of the year. So I was like, oh, who else is in the public domain? And I saw Oswald the Lucky Rabbit was since 1955 apparently. But anyway, one of his first shorts is a transportation short. It's him. It's called Trolley Trouble. He's got a little conductor hat. I was like, oh, let me steal this legally and make some T-shirts for me and my family. And because too many if I bought them for all the employees. So it's cheaper to just put it onto our TeePublic and order them through TeePublic. So I uploaded them all to the No New Friends. So half of the No New Friends TeePublic is my company's merchandise right now because there was a good sale going. I couldn't pass that up. So Oh, that was. I think that was the best Abby's word of the week for me, anyway.
I couldn't sleep last night writing it. I was so I couldn't wait. I forgot to mention at the beginning of the episode, happy January 6th. Today is our January 6th. Oh, that's right.
Three Kings Day, right?
Three Kings Day. That's the big holiday today.
Right. Or for the whites, the white supremacists, One King Day. The One King.
One King Day, yeah. Yes. So, doing anything special for Insurrection Three Kings Day, Sarah?
This year we're actually going to participate in it. We always say that we're going to, and then we kind of.
You are.
We kind of.
Don't forget to wear a mask.
You storming a bank?
Kids.
It's for the kids. It's kind of weird.
That would be the place I'd go, honestly.
Wait, Three Kings Day or Insurrection Day? I'm very confused right now. Which one are you celebrating, Sarah?
Yes, the answer is yes.
It's a white and Latino household. They have to celebrate both.
Nick, any plans for January 6th?
No, I'm just proud to be alive after that.
I am going to test.
Scott's proud as well.
Scott's a proud boy.
Scott's a proud boy.
Stop. So I am going to test out, and I gave Rachel a little hint that I was doing something for our year-round Christmas lights. So I am going to do the red, white, and blue on January 6th.
Gosh, so they're working now. Congratulations. Well, that's a big step for you.
They are working, but you can't control the app from inside. I have to go all the way outside and control the app. Because it's not
my $30 ones. I can control them anywhere in the world. So a couple things before we move on from January 6th. January 6th, horrible day in this for the Capitol. Great day for comedy. So I'm supposed to be meeting up with Dane on January 6th. And it's funny because it wasn't planned, but we couldn't go last week. But now, so there's this ongoing joke about me canceling plans with Dane. So I canceled with the Renaissance Fair, right?
Right.
Then I had to cancel on him last week because we had COVID. This week, we might be getting a snowstorm, so I might have to cancel again. so he's not here listening right now. Well, convenient enough. But one of the plans that I wanted to do is because it was January 6th, we're going to this conservative for the Northeast. No, we're going for this like conservative-ish place because it's conservative for the Northeast anyway. It's not like you don't go there and there's they sell Trump merchandise, but you can find underneath the buffet, there's shops, and I guarantee you can find a shirt that says, "I stand for the national anthem. I kneel for Jesus Christ." So I wanted to take pictures wearing those shirts on Saturday, saluting, but purely for content and comedy. But then it really got me thinking, and I want to design a new shirt, Nick, with your permission. Is I want to do "I stand for the flag" and have the gay flag, and then but I kneel for Nick.
I love that. But you put Nick from Sandpiper Vacations.
So yes. I thought that was so good.
Unbelievable.
I was really proud of myself. It was one of my better ideas. Yeah.
So for you don't need you're short enough anyway. You don't need the kneel, but
I know it'd be a lie for me. I'd stand for both. But how funny would that be? I like that.
I love it.
Yeah, that will. I'm kind of scared that I mentioned it because now Scott's gonna be texting me until the T-shirt is on the page.
100%.
I'm kind of waiting for it now too.
100%.
That's gonna be Sarah's first shirt.
No, what's funny? Peeling back behind the curtain. So Chris does all of our technology stuff, and we've been getting into these YouTube shorts, and so he put a couple on there, and immediately they started blowing up. Every second we would refresh and it would jump 10, 15, 50, 100.
I want to cut you off. Because Scott texts me all day long, literally, of the subscribers when I'm not looking at the same thing as he is.
No, true story. That's not a bit. That's not an exaggeration.
Sometimes I don't have time to text back. So the last 6 text messages are 1449, 1452. 1453, 1452.
True story. So he put up these shorts, and the first night we're on the phone, and I'm driving home from work, just talking to him, refreshing my screen, and all these videos are blowing up. I was like, Chris, you just fucked yourself, right? Because now I'm going to expect 40 shorts per day to put out. So just be prepared for that.
It's a good thing he doesn't have a job, so.
He has all the time in the world.
Yeah, frees up a lot of. I did put in over winter break. I did put in like an hour and a half a day into work. I do want to publicly announce that. Like a good hour and a half. One day it was like 2 hours. I'd come home and take a nap. It was like long. I like change a tire. This is really bad. After I changed the tire, I was like, that's enough for the week. And then, I just rested. Yeah. And then I had an excuse again.
You guys ready for Travels and Tribulations?
For sure.
Yes.
What shall it bring when the gentleman rings on Travels and Tribulations?
Hey there, NNF crew. I saw kind of a weird thing over the past couple of days, and I figured I would mention it in my segment here because it's strange enough that I think you guys might get a kick out of it. I was driving down the highway, and so I see a police car behind me, and I see the lights on top. Clearly it's a police car. The lights aren't flashing, but they're definitely there. I decide to get out of my lane so that the car can kind of go forward, go about its business. As the car starts passing me in the leftmost lane, I notice that it kind of has some green stripes on it. Looks like there is a logo on the door. Seems like the Border Patrol type car is a little bit strange based on where I live. Then as the car starts to go past me, I see on the back it says U.S. Thought Patrol. That's Thought, T-H-O-T. You don't know that modern slang, Scott? You can ask Chris after the show. He can explain it a little bit more. It was a little bit strange. And seeing the website that was posted on the back window of the car, decided I would check it out here in the segment because it's too strange for me not to. First and foremost, on the mission page of the website, it says the 6 pillars of thoughtishness are McDonald's, charge the phone, twerk, be bisexual, eat hot chip, and lie. I don't really know what that means. In case you're wondering too, this is a .org website, not even a .com. Over on the news page, there's one news story from March of 2023. It says that DHI announces formation of Office of Simp Prevention. Not really sure what that means, but it's a little bit strange. Then there's the careers, which has a boat kind of as a stock photo here. Let's click on the click here to open positions and submit an application. Oh, lovely. It's Rick Astley. I'm starting to think this organization isn't real. But one final thing I can do to test that and see if it actually does exist or not. It says at the very bottom of the page, if you see something, say something. Report thoughtish activity to 1-866-977-THOT. Let's go ahead and try that out here.
Hello, you've reached the U.S. Thought Patrol's 24-hour automated tip line. To report thoughtish activity, please leave a detailed message with your name, location, time of incident, and a description of what you observed.
Hello, my name is the Sophisticated Gentleman. I'd like to make a report from May 29th, 2023. At 3:30 p.m. This was in Philadelphia with a man named Christopher Yob at the Philadelphia Museum of Art. He set off some alarms. He ended up going through a boob room about 3 or 4 times. It made me pretty uncomfortable. If you could do something about that. He's in New Jersey now and apparently claims to have a home. Thank you. Oh, also, how can I go ahead and send a podcast host to the Bermuda Triangle?
A Sophisticated Gentleman, bravo. Possibly your best work. That was.
You know what's so funny? That idea was just born the other night. He was just telling me that story. He was like, yeah, there was this cop car following me. The same story he's telling us. Like none of this was satire.
I've never seen
For the record,
this.
like, this was the first story we've ever told on the podcast. It's 100% real and not satire. So he's like, there's a website, but I didn't catch it. So I looked it up and I was like, oh my gosh, I found it. He goes, yes, that was the car. So you can, like, if you go on thoughtpatrol.org which thought stands for that hoe over there, Scott.
You look so confused.
Very confused.
If you go to uniforms and merchandise, you can buy a vehicle wrap kit for $250. I'm dead serious. It's very easy to join. Yeah, $250, and we're talking the other night. We're like on this website together, looking at this stuff. I did not see the pillars of the Thought Patrol that he read. But this is all 100% real.
So, are the Thought Patrol against? What are they for? I don't get it. What are they against?
They're against hoeing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a graph in the chat. We can't twerk.
Yeah.
But they want you to be bisexual.
Can't even eat a chip. Oh shit!
Eat hot chips.
Oh, hot chip.
I know. So, all right. So let's take the hoe test, I guess. Right. Me first. Right. I do eat McDonald's a lot. I charge my phone. I've never twerked. Question being bisexual ever since Nick joined the podcast. I lie a lot. Eat hot chips. I don't. So I think I at least fall into the 4 pillars, the 6 of thoughtishness.
Well, okay. I eat McDonald's maybe once a year. I definitely charge my phone. I do twerk when I'm drunk and I'm trying to be like the fun white boy. By curious, maybe. I definitely eat hot chips. And tell a couple of lies.
Oh, definition of a thought.
That's Sarah. Major thought. Are you a Thought Patrol? Do you?
Apparently so. I eat a lot of McDonald's. I charge my phone a lot. I twerk like that girl from Bob's Burgers. I'm only bisexual for my sister-in-law. I love hot chips, but I don't lie. So I got 5 out of the 6.
5 out of the 6. That's pretty thoughtish.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Nick, I don't even know if you have your thought.
Do you want my thought?
Yeah,
definitely.
Let's check your
my thought on the thoughts.
Yeah.
McDonald's, yes, because we have to get a Happy Meal like twice a week for Piper and myself.
I have to get one for me twice a week.
My phone is charging right now. I don't twerk, but I mean, it's getting rear-ended. The same thing.
That's essentially how it originated. I think.
I mean, if you're getting off the butt, I feel like that's twerking. I'm not bisexual. I've never. Oh, apparently, I'm married to a woman. According to Remy.
Because you have a wife. Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah. You're gullible to your wife. That's
hot chips. I can do without them. I lie. Yeah.
All right.
Michael X is the least thoughtish Patreon member. He only lies.
All right, Chris, you want to share your screen and let's check in on the duck race?
Yeah, I would love to do that. All right, we only have 19 minutes left, and every time we pull this up, Remy is in the lead. Oh wait. Mermaid Jaws. Kind of ironic. Old Ryan with the face mask and the turban, the Tau turban.
Purple SG.
Yeah.
Oh, I like Superman Jaws.
Super Jaws.
And the Superman Jaws. I like that one.
Yeah. Clown Jaws. There's a lot of good ducks tonight.
All right, so we'll check that again in 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, we're going to have to. You have to remind us because there's 18 minutes left on the clock. Hey, Siri, set a timer for 15 minutes.
15 minutes. I like that. Yeah,
just so I don't forget.
Okay. All right. So, Chris, what's new with the ants? We got to talk to General Antonio Pescatelli. Pesticelli, whatever.
You made up the name.
I did. That was a real interview, Chris. That was not a made up name.
Sorry. Right.
Pesticelli.
Okay. So a lot has changed in this past week. First of all, without the ants knowing, I made my first offensive move this week.
Oh.
Yeah. So I did do some research on the ants, and they can hear. They can hear things.
Yes.
So what I did was I came onto the podcast last week. Planned a fabricated story about what's going on here. All right. And I've been playing this game for the last couple weeks. So for the last couple weeks here, I've been allowing these ants to live on my desk. I've been allowing them to just kind of survive. Right. I come on the podcast and I double down on that. Right. I come on the podcast and I tell you guys that knowing that they can hear me.
Okay.
So now I have doubled down to the ants and to their scumbag general. And now they
seem like a pretty nice guy.
Now they know I'm a friend, right?
Okay.
So they think. Couple things changed in this past week. One, was I watched Oppenheimer. And I am constructing a bomb of sorts.
I think they experienced that during the great earthquake of 2023 when you farted.
I watched that movie. And I'm like, that atomic bomb didn't seem that bad. Like it didn't seem that bad. So the second thing that happened was I sat down at my desk and I moved my mouse to like click on something and I killed an ant on accident. All right.
Oh no.
You want to know how I felt by killing that ant?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing, Scott.
Good for you.
Absolutely nothing. I'm looking at its dead body.
It's still there?
Oh, I kept it there, Nick. Listen,
just to remind the others.
I don't kill on accident. I kill to send a message, right? So I kill this ant. I'm like, not only did I feel nothing, but after a couple minutes of looking at it, I felt kind of good. So I'm like, okay. I watched Oppenheimer this week. That atomic bomb sent a message for sure, right? But when I killed those people, it was so instant and so painless. Didn't send a message to them at all, right? I was like, okay, they're dead. Boom, like that, they're dead. Right. So there's millions of these ants, presumably, in these walls. So what do I do to send a message? So I lured one over with a potato chip, just like, and I made the little dog noises, and it worked. It came over, and then I plucked a hair from my head, tied him up with it, and hung him on the back of my not like a noose hang. Like I literally tied him up, and he's like fully alive.
Is this like the Handmaid's Tale for ants?
This was no, because I didn't kill him. They hang their traitors. They actually hang them. I didn't hang mine. I suspended him. Like he's fully alive. I wrapped it around his body. So because I didn't want to kill him instantly. I was like, no, this is like, I need to send a message.
So you're torturing the ants and putting it on public display for the rest of the ants.
Of sorts, right? So
side note, Sarah, I have a great idea for a new podcast. We're going to do a true crime series on when Chris became a serial killer, starting with the ants.
Oh, I love that.
I have suspended this ant from the back of my desk, put a little piece of scotch tape on the hair. He's now suspended all, 6, 8 of his, 7 of his legs. I plucked one off just to like show him like, I'm not messing around, man.
Wait, how many legs do ants have?
Too many. So he's hanging off the back of the desk.
Hold on, Remy. How many legs do ants have?
I think they have 6.
Yeah, I'm
pretty sure they
but
have
now
6.
this one has 7.
I have no. This one's a mutation.
So it was a spider.
This one deserved to die. It was a mutation. He was born with an extra leg. So anyway, so he's hanging from the back of my desk, and after a day, I go to check on him. He's still alive. He's still hanging out. So what do? I got a shot glass and filled it with gasoline, and I just submerged him in it. And then
waterboarding the ant.
Yeah, and then I wrote on a Post-it note and I put, "This could be you," and I just stuck that on the back of the wall. So what do you do if you come to my house and try to eat my food? You get suspended by one of my hairs and then dipped in gasoline.
Nick says that sounds like a good time.
Kind of, yeah.
He's still, for the record, this was 3, 4, 5 days. He's still alive. Like he's totally fine, but he's like very embarrassed. Like he's so embarrassed. Like everyone just like going by. And I'm like, oh man, we don't want to be that guy, right? We have to be that guy that's suspended by a human hair dipped in gasoline. So anyway, so that's where I'm at in the Great Ant War. I made my first offensive. I made them think that we were friends. And then look what I'm doing to these things now. Like I'm constructing a tactical plan right now. I'm trying to find out where they house their queen. That's what you need. Their general is a self-made guy. He's a self-made guy, right? Not self-proclaimed guy. The queen is who I need to find. So this one ant is being humiliated on the back of my desk.
She could be faking a heart attack. She could be on a sunrail. Who knows where the queen is?
Yeah.
Maybe I can call someone. Maybe they have some insight.
I know a lot of drag queens. Is that the same thing?
Oh, you know what? Maybe we might have to do some interviews.
Ask the locusts.
Yeah, so I'm slowly I'm scouting them, right? So I've had to take some days off from work just to follow the patterns of these ants, just to scout to see where I think some of their regimen are.
Please tell me in another room somewhere you have this big board with your landmarks of the office on it, and you've got little pieces on there.
I can't rotate my camera, but it's on my whiteboard behind. Yeah, it's constantly moving. I'm running out of yarn.
It's like the Home Alone map that Kevin draws when the robbers are breaking in.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where we're at with the. You know what I did? The one is they use their antennas to feel around. So I took like 10 of them. Again, lured it with a potato chip. I took like 10 of them. I just ripped their antennas off their heads. They have no idea where the hell they're going now. They have no idea. They're bumping into walls. 3 of them have concussions. They're switching around like Tua. They're just.
Oh my God.
So listen, it's not pretty. I'll tell you that much. This is not a pretty war, but war is gruesome and war is ugly. I will update you because I have put in a supply through Lockheed Martin to get some chemical. I am going to launch a chemical warfare against them. I have been watching a lot of like Saddam Hussein, Middle East footage. I'm watching tape.
Oh my God.
I'm watching tape. Like what do I do? What do I think we might have to cut that. We probably might have to cut the Saddam Hussein part. But I am doing it. It is like my YouTube history is all chemical warfare tape.
No joke. I have an aunt who works for Lockheed Martin who builds bombs.
There we
I'm
go.
just saying. I have
fate.
contact, and we got this.
I don't know if we have to take that out for national security reasons, but but thank you for letting us.
If it keeps eating your chips, it's a security issue there.
Oh, that's a war crime.
Yeah.
Eating my food is a war crime. Yeah. So no, the war it's going. It's going. I've made my first offensive, but this will not be the last. I can tell you that much.
Okay. Well, thank you for the update. I'm sure that we'll get many more updates from both you and the ants. So
yeah, it's not over.
Looking forward to that.
I just looked behind on my ledge. There's so many fucking dead ants. I'm so happy. Like there's all fucking dead back there. I put all this like clear goop back there, and it's all over the fucking thing. It looks like they just took it out and they're just drowning in it. And then like I have an LED light back there. I was like, our ant sensitive light. They don't like blue light, so I turned it to blue. It's been blue for the last 4 days, and they're all fucking dead back there. There's like a couple scragglers back there, and this is all not sad. Like they're fucking like.
I like that you have your hover vacuum just sitting right there too.
Wait, do I really have a vacuum?
Yeah. Is that
you guys can see? Oh, you guys can see that. I can't see that.
And the treadmill that doesn't get used. And
that's a bike. All right. I can't walk today, but it does not get used.
All right. Are you guys ready to play Jersey Man, Florida Man?
I can't wait.
Yes.
Whether flipping a fan boat or crashing a truck, these states are filled with people who suck. So it's time for us to play New Jersey Man versus Florida Man.
Every week, Game Master Ryan brings us 2 news stories. One is from Florida, one is from Jersey. It is up to us to determine which one is which. Take it away, Ryan.
Hey guys, this is Ryan, coming to you from the No New Friends newsroom, located this week at my New Year's party. So, new year, new me. This year, I'm going to try to be a little less offensive and a little nicer to my friends. So I invited the crew over for a New Year's party. Let's see how this works. Oh, hey, Nick. Nick, you're one of my favorite people, so I'm always nice to you anyways. Not much to change there. Oh, hey, Chris. Chris, you look good. You look like a normal height and normal weight. Not at risk for diabetes at all, by the looks of you. And you're dressed so nice. You don't look like you dressed out of Adam Sandler's closet at all. And your beard looks great. You don't look at all like you're a turban away from a no-fly list. Go have some fun, Chris. Oh, this might be harder than I thought. Oh, hey, Sarah. How you doing? You look good. Your complexion's perfectly normal. You don't look like you're the whitest person in Puerto Rico, and that you did the whitest thing in Puerto Rico and get a frog tattoo. I'm sure you know exactly which Ryan I am, and you probably have no memory loss due to marijuana use. And if you're wondering, all the loose change isn't on the counters anymore for a different reason, not because of you. Oh, Lewis, my guy. Hey, look, you're Puerto Rican. You're not Mexican at all. And that's not threatening at all to me. My wallet is in my front pocket and connected to a chain for a totally different reason than you being here. Oh God, this is gonna kill me. Oh, look who it is. It's Scott. How you doing, Scott? Your head looks great. I like what you're doing with your baldness there. We put the dog in the kennel for a different reason than you being here. How's work, Scott? I'm sure you make plenty of money and your wife doesn't have to support you at all, I'm sure. Well, Scott, have you lost weight? No? I didn't think so either. Why don't you go hang out the rest of the gang over there? Oh, my God. That might be the most difficult thing I've ever done. Let's get into this week's Florida Man or Jersey Man. And for our first story, a man calls 911 about a McDonald's order and says he has cocaine up his butt. And in our second story, a man with hairy legs attacked a girl in a park but ran off when she kicked him in the leg.
All right. So you've got McDonald's with the crack in his butt and hairy leg dude. Sarah, what do you think?
I'm always going to go drugs, Florida, so I'm going to stick with it.
All right. Nick?
I mean, we just got done talking about Chris eating McDonald's. So I feel like Jersey for McDonald's.
Chris?
Our McDonald's per capita up here is pretty high, so I'm going to go McDonald's, New Jersey.
Yeah, Chris loves McDonald's, and once Nick joined the podcast, Chris loves putting things up his butt. So
makes sense.
Yeah. I'm going McDonald's, Jersey, just because Chris lives in New Jersey. So, all right, let's find out the answers.
So our first story is from Florida, where a 56-year-old man called 911 3 times on a McDonald's that got his order wrong multiple times. When officers arrived, he was yelling and cursing at the staff and said he wouldn't leave until they got his order correct. As he was put into the patrol car, he told the officers, "I have cocaine in my butt." Okay. But the real question is, was the ice cream machine working? I bet it wasn't. So our second story is from New Jersey, where a masked man walked up on a 14-year-old and pulled her hair before running away after she kicked him in the leg. The girl described the man as 6 foot tall, 180 pounds, and hairy legs. Why does this sound familiar?
And to get hot, I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun.
Nah, I don't think it was that guy. And in other news, an unaccompanied 6-year-old boy was put on the wrong flight. The boy was traveling from Philadelphia to meet his grandmother in Fort Myers, Florida, however, ended up in Orlando. The parents had this to say. Kevin! That's it for me this week, guys. We'll talk to you next week.
Bravo, Ryan. Very good, too. Very good. All right, let's check in on the duck race for the secret word contest.
We have a couple minutes left, I think. Oh, wait, 55 seconds. Oh my gosh.
That's it? That's all we have left?
That's all we have left. I'm trying to share my screen.
Oh my God, let's go.
Oh my God.
Right, 47 seconds. This is for $250.
Jesus. All right, so we've got Remy in the lead. We've got Remy coming from behind. Old Ryan is coming back. Sherlock Holmes.
Jaws is coming up.
We've got Jaws. We've got Batman Remy coming up. 24 seconds. Right now, Old Ryan has a lead. Followed by Taxi Driver Remy.
Old Ryan's
and
coming.
Old Ryan is pulling away. He's pulling away with 15 seconds left. Who's up? Who's this? This is Unicorn Jaws is coming from behind. 10 seconds left. We've got Old Ryan, Unicorn Jaws, Old Man, Old Ryan. Okay, Jaws. Unicorn Jaws. Here comes Old Ryan from behind. Where is it? Old Ryan.
Win! This is so exciting.
That was really exciting.
Look, all these cool costumes. The plainest stuff.
Plain old Ryan.
It's just a duck.
Number 63.
Wow!
Congratulations, Game Master
you will
Ryan.
Get that in 2026.
Yeah, he's finally getting paid for all of his segments he's been doing for free.
Wow!
Right?
Wow, that was just an elaborate way to pay him for his work.
Right?
Wow! That was really exciting.
Oh my God, that was super exciting.
Ever. Wow.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to give away, or Rachel's gonna have to give away more money throughout the year.
I feel lightheaded. That was
way too exciting.
I up.
You just woke up.
Shame.
All right, so Sarah, you have a bug problem now too.
Yeah, I sure do.
What is going on over there?
I don't know if it's better or worse than Chris's aunt situation, but yesterday morning I was doing, my job as a parent, waking up the kids, and I look in my
Wait,
oldest
you're supposed to do
hair
that?
and
I just let my daughter set her own alarm. She gets herself ready. I don't even see her in the morning.
yeah, no, that will never happen ever. She takes after her father, so she will not wake up unless forced to. And I look in her hair and I'm like, oh, there's something in there. And then it starts crawling. And then I start looking through her hair and there's an infestation of lice.
No.
Yep. And the girls share a bed, which means it's not one infestation, it's two.
Oh.
So I spent my evening last night combing through two children's hair. I'm itchy just thinking about it. And my hair,
yeah,
my hair is all the way down my back. And the whole time I had it wrapped up tight in a bun, like, please don't get near me. I didn't want anything to do with it. And so, of course, now my amazing, incredible husband has unknowingly volunteered his tribute to go through my hair.
Oh.
So yeah, it's awful. So today consisted of lots of laundry. Everything's getting washed and sprayed and whatnot.
The couches,
Chris,
you got to treat the
congratulations on being a parent.
Just pack up and move at that point.
Yeah. My daughter's going to be bald.
It was excellent timing for pest control to actually be coming today. So I hope that somehow that helps.
I don't know. Chris, have you ever had to, Emily's a teacher, so there's lice just infested in the schools. Have you ever had to clean her hair out with that little comb?
If she asked, I wouldn't do it anyway. She has two arms, right? I got ants here with 6 of them. They get, listen.
Well, my husband pawned it off on his sister, so it's okay until I said, hello, do you not want to help me? What's going on?
Well, that's foreplay for the two of you. Just
apes?
Putting.
Are we are we picking through the hair, eating the bugs? Why does somebody else have to do that? I'm serious.
Okay, well, Chris, when your hair is 3 feet long, okay, and you can't really maneuver that whole process, then you kind of need somebody to help, especially considering they hang out at the base of your head. So if it was right here, it'd be no big deal at the front of your head, but in the back of your head, it's awful.
Chris, it's not just a regular comb. You have to spread the hair follicles out and really comb it.
Listen, I'm not a lice guy. I don't know this.
You're gonna be a lice guy. You're gonna have a kid, and that kid's gonna go to elementary school. I actually, as we know,
Spears circa 2012 over here.
I brought that up. Actually, I said I'm shaving my head like Britney. So Nick,
please do.
I don't think we
even
have
if you don't have lice,
never
just do it
gonna happen.
on air. You have to do it.
Well, I don't think we will have an issue because from what I've heard, lice aren't attracted to black hair because there's so much oils and stuff in it.
Right.
Really?
Yes.
So the girls actually.
I'm an expert on this. Yep.
Listen, it's true. The cleaner the hair, the more attracted to you they are. The dirtier the hair, they don't want to mess with you. So that's why Chris never
will be fine.
washes his hair. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
I knew there was a reason.
Yeah.
Listen, the girl's mom, she's been with this guy for a very long time, and he's African American, all right, and he has a daughter. And so I kind of said, hey, you two are dealing with it. Is she dealing with it as well? And the oldest goes, no, she doesn't have to deal with this because she's black. I said, what do you mean? And she said exactly that. She said, well, they don't have to wash their hair, as often. And so she doesn't have to struggle with this. And I said, okay, so she's in the clear. And so now I have to clean the whole house because I was afraid that it's kind of like bouncing between two homes. You know what I mean? And I felt bad because then it spreads to like another home and it's a whole thing.
I thought you were going to say it spreads to other areas of the body.
No, don't say that. Oh, God.
I was worried for Lewis, but I'm hoping he manscapes.
Oh, we all manscape. Yeah. We all manscape.
Yeah, and listen, the easiest way to get rid of lice is just have freshly shaven balls and hair. And you can do that by using Manscaped. Use the promo code NNF for 20% off your discount. Listen, the whole going back or like contaminating two houses, if my daughter gets it at her mom's house, she's staying there. I don't want to see my kid until those things are dead or she's gone Brittany. Like, just stay over there. Stay over there. I didn't see my daughter for like 6 months during COVID because I was like, nope, she's not coming over here. I don't want to get the vid. Just keep that over there.
Well, I'll be honest. This has actually been kind of an ongoing thing. This is not the first time it's happened. So I do think that between two homes, it's just like we can't get rid of it. So we're all talking about getting professional lice treatments. Because I'm not going Brittany. I'm not doing that to myself. I've worked way too hard.
Sarah, you look good bald. I'm just going to say.
I haven't had a haircut in 2 years.
You could pull it off.
It's not happening.
No, you could pull it off. Yeah. I'm for it.
So
you could do it.
Okay.
What would my husband? Never mind.
He's stuck. He's your husband. That's the answer.
Yeah, that's not what I was concerned about.
So what's more painful, having to spend money on a professional lice expert hairdoer or going Brittany?
I would pay the money to maintain the hair.
This must be bad.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, listen, I haven't gotten a haircut in 2 years. We're not going to waste the time and effort to, just shave it all off. No, we're getting rid of those suckers pronto.
All right. Well,
are they that bad?
They are awful. Do you want your head to itch just all day, every day?
It does because I don't lotion.
Oh, well, then you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm very ashy.
All right, so real quick, want to try this out, and if it doesn't land, it'll be cut out, and it'll just be for Patreon. So the Epstein list is coming out. The names of the people that have been on the plane, supposedly gone to Epstein Island. So I real quick want to do a 3-round draft. Let's pick our players and root them on to be publicly shamed as they're identified on this list. Now we know that Bill Clinton is already on the list because that list has already come. That name's already come out. We already know that Bill Clinton's on there. So we're just going to do a quick 3-round snake draft. Okay. Okay. Duck race to determine first pick. I don't know.
Okay, we have a winner. Who's the winner, Scott?
Sarah, you got first pick, followed by Nick, then Chris, then me. And we'll do reverse order for 3 rounds. So, again, the Epstein list is coming out.
Yeah, where's the list?
We don't have it yet.
It's out, but it's being dissected. There's thousands of pages. So the names are being uncovered as we speak right now.
So I wanted to get this in before they announced the names. Thought it'd be fun. Yeah. We may not get closure to this for 2 months, but thought it'd be fun. Any questions about the Epstein case and what these names mean? I'm not. Chris, real quick explanation. 30 seconds.
Jeffrey Epstein was known for having taken individuals of power to his island to have sexual relations with minors. The list that is being released are the people that have traveled on his plane to do or not do these minors.
All right.
Prince Harry is also off the list, though, too, because a picture did come out of him today with his arm around a 17-year-old with Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's lover.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Prince Harry and Bill Clinton the list. Yeah, all right, so it'll go Sarah, Nick, Chris, Scott, Chris, Nick, Sarah, Sarah, Nick, Chris, Scott for 3 rounds. We each get 3 names.
Are we going perspective? Is that what it is?
Yeah, whoever you think.
Is going to be on the list.
More points for people that it definitely isn't, but actually is, if that makes sense. Like if you find like no one's gonna think of them, and then it pops up on the list. Like, okay, you.
How do we determine that?
Just because you can't say Bill Cosby and get 100 points, but if you say Tom Cruise, then he comes up.
Listen, if the name that you pick is on the list, you get a point.
Okay, whatever.
Whatever. 3 rounds. Let's not get too complicated. We're going to need Yahoo Sports and all that. All right. So, Sarah, first name that you think is going to be on the Epstein flight list.
I'm not very knowledgeable, so we'll go Trump.
Oh, good. Okay. I think he's definitely
a rounder.
Great.
That's a good first rounder.
Yeah,
he's got to be.
Pick. Great first pick.
That's a safe one.
Nick?
The guy that owns Amazon, is it Jeff Bezos?
Oh, Jeff Bezos.
Okay.
Jeff Bezos.
Chris?
Yeah, that's a good one. Scott Maffei. Okay, so I'm going to save my dark horse for the later round. So first round, I'm going to go Kevin Spacey. I think it's a great first round pick.
Okay. I'm going Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz, the Republican representative.
Oh, the Florida Republican representative. Yep. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Definitely pondered.
I get another pick here. This is going to be tough. Let's Rudy Giuliani.
Oh, that's a good one.
Chris, your pick?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ellen DeGeneres. I think that's like a really good dark horse answer.
Okay. Nick, your next pick?
He just died. Jerry Springer.
That's a good one. He could definitely pop up.
He could
definitely pop up.
That's what I would call a 2-pointer right there, I think.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Yeah, see.
All right, Sarah, your second round pick.
Oh, I don't know people.
Sarah,
I'm
Bill
in
Cosby
my own
has
bubble.
not been taken yet. just putting that out there.
Bill Cosby. Nobody gave me that idea.
That's like free points.
OJ's still on the board.
OJ's still on the board.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
How far back does this list go?
Bush Senior is still on the board.
Yep.
I think I would say like the 90s. 90s.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah. So you get one more pick, Sarah.
Oh, Sarah's one more pick.
Shoot.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I was going to choose somebody, but I assume they've already been
who is this?
Released.
Who?
Well, the Prince Andrew. He's totally been
Prince Andrew.
Prince Andrew.
Did I say Prince Harry?
You said Prince
Prince
Harry
Andrew,
earlier?
No, I meant Prince Andrew.
Oh,
yeah,
so he's
Harry's
off the list.
clean.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Prince Andrew was seen with the 17-year-old. Wow. Don't listen to the internet, guys. Sometimes we make mistakes.
So are we giving Sarah Prince Andrew?
Yeah, because I said Prince Harry, so it was kind of a mistake on my part. But yeah. So.
All right, Nick, your last pick.
I'd say Mike Pence, but we all know he's gay, so. I mean, let's be honest. Let's go with Will Smith.
Oh wow!
Will Smith.
I was just thinking, he got.
Yeah, that's a great dark horse answer. Open relationship, open marriage, right? So he's free to go.
Yeah.
He's free to go. He gets the blessing from Jada.
Yep. All right, Chris, last pick.
Stephen Hawking.
Okay. All right. The chat is giving us some great
they are
suggestions, and I'm torn. I think Queen Elizabeth could be the dark horse, but I'm not gonna go Queen Elizabeth. Hulk Hogan, another dark horse.
The Pope.
Love that one. I don't think Ron DeSantis is on the list.
No.
Because he's a little bit more straight edge.
What about the Pope?
I think I am. No, I don't think the Pope. I am going to go with Hulk Hogan.
I'm kind of with Nick.
What?
Any
I'm with
priest.
Nick. It could be. It could be somebody in the church. That religious.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
It could be. I'm gonna go Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan. All right.
So here's the final. We got Sarah has Trump, Cosby, Prince Andrew. Nick has Jeff Bezos, Jerry Springer, Will Smith. Chris has Kevin Spacey, Ellen DeGeneres, and Stephen Hawking. And I have Matt Gaetz, Rudy Giuliani, and Hulk Hogan. All right. Well, this will be interesting. I'm looking forward to bringing closure to this. Strap on,
saddle in.
Yeah. Okay, so we're not going to get to the friendies today. That's okay. Nick, do you have a travel update for us?
I do actually have one. And we don't need to play my song because I already did it before. But we can play it again if you want.
Nick's on the mic, so it's time to take notice. And if you don't like it, that's homophobic. Stay the hell out of his way. Move, I'm gay.
So I already talked a little bit about my travel update as far as my annoying client goes, but just talking about travel in general right now. There's so many amazing deals that are out from January through March as people are starting to plan their vacations for the year. Disney just announced, breaking news 2 days ago, that the Disney dining plan is back. So they are offering free dining. I know Scott is not happy about this. But the dining plan is back. You can get free Disney dining plan. I just saved some clients today. Actually, one client I saved over $850 on their trip. Another client that they're traveling with saved over $1,000 today.
Wow.
So
just because of the dining plan?
Just because of this dining plan promotion that came out. They released a couple other promotions at the same time. So they have like 4 different promotions happening. So if you want to go to Walt Disney World, it's a great year to go because the pricing, the pricing's high at first. But I'm happy to take a look at it and make sure I keep an eye on those sales that come out. My clients, literally the ones that saved $800 today, they booked about 5 months ago. So I was happy to log in, make sure I had the best pricing for them. So lots of great deals. Like I said, the cruise industry is booming right now. So if you want to take a cruise, we are hopping on board actually at the end of March on Virgin Voyages again. So unfortunately, I will not be on the same week that my clients, not Scott, might be on a trip too. So,
well, it's always good is podcast record a couple episodes in advance. That way,
or we could,
no one has to miss.
Or we record from the middle of the ocean and a nude beach in Florida.
I hope to be my friend hopes to be getting laid a lot. So probably won't have time. Or
and I tried that in Puerto Rico. It didn't work too well.
So that's all I got. If you definitely are interested in booking a vacation, reach out to us at sandpipervacations.com. Make sure you mention that the No New Friends podcast sent you, and we will treat you extra special.
Thank you so much, Nick.
Alex, I think I joked about death too much this episode. You ever just feel like a cleanse from No New Friends?
Oh, yeah, always. Every Wednesday after I get done editing the podcast, I need a cleanse.
Yeah, just like a little bit of family-friendly content, right?
Something wholesome.
You have a recommendation?
Our other podcast is the Disney History Podcast, I think would be a great alternative.
Do I have to like Disney?
It helps.
All right, well, because I love Disney.
Well, that's really good. That's a good start.
Where can I listen to this podcast that I record with you?
Well, our podcast comes out every Tuesday, but if you want, you can also go to our YouTube channel, Diz His Pod, and we have all of our past episodes up on there. We also on all social media under Diz His Pod. We do post every week, and we also have our own Patreon, just like No New Friends.
Really? I'm going to have to go check this podcast out that we do together.
Yes, I would love if you listen to our podcast once in a while.
Chris, what do you got coming up on Diz His?
This week we have a special guest. Dane from Big Beautiful Disney comes on. Big Beautiful Diz, I'm sorry.
That's
Disney's
right. You guys
trademark.
are doing the history of the manhole covers, right?
The manhole covers. What does that mean? Is that a joke?
Are you talking about me again?
Do you know what a manhole is?
Yeah, I know what that is. I know a couple of them more.
I don't know.
If that's a thing, I don't know of it.
In chat today, Game Master Ryan said, boring topic, funny episode. So I figured it was just on the manhole covers.
Wonders of Life Pavilion.
Ooh, ouch.
Which is Dane's favorite. Don't know why, because that pavilion sucked. Pretty bad. No, it's a really fun episode.
Dane, the opinions that were shared by other co-hosts are not a reflection of all of our hosts. So just keep that in mind when you're resubscribing.
It's just a reflection of everybody
Patreon.
who visited Disney and didn't go there. The Dane drops the F word on Diz His.
What?
Oh yeah, that which will only be accessible to Patreon members of the podcast, because that will not be airing in the episode. But if you want to hear the rest of what Dane has to say, as well as Alex and I, you can tune in this Tuesday when the episode drops.
I love that for Dane. Yeah, you can connect with Diz His on all social media. That's Diz His Pod. There's a bunch of other great podcasts that we've told you about before. Their links are on our website. I'm probably going to cut the shout outs out. It just takes too long, and I'll figure out another creative way to give everybody their due mentions, because they deserve it, because they're all great podcasts. And I want you to listen to all of them every week and let us know what you think. But Chris, do you have any Cliff Notes?
I do.
It's been quite the show. A lot of stuff's happened, so nothing can stop this little boy from recapping the day the Chris's Cliff's Notes way.
Does that bother you when that guy say the Chris's Cliff's Notes way?
No.
It bothers me every time.
It doesn't, because that's the way it's supposed to be said. It bothered me when I
just wish it
first
wasn't.
heard it, because I realized I was saying it wrong the whole time.
Yeah, I wish it wasn't. I understand why it's Cliff's Notes, but I wish it wasn't. Wish it was Cliff Notes, which doesn't make sense at all if you think about it.
Well,
so what is a Cliff Note? But Cliff's Notes, okay.
Well,
Cliff's
the guy's
Notes.
name is Cliff, Thomas Cliff.
Right. So it wouldn't make sense if it was Cliff Notes, but actually it would.
We have this
He did
discussion
this.
like 800 episodes ago.
We did. We did. Chris doesn't remember. As soon as we're done recording, he doesn't even remember what we talked about.
I
in the
don't
first
remember
segment.
anything. I don't.
No idea.
Chris, Mary left the show. I don't know if you know
Yeah,
that.
wait, Chris, are you in my stash recently?
That's how you got the lice.
So anyway, Scott said he had to keep reminding himself it's 2024. It's understandable. By the way he talks and treats people, apparently he thought yesterday was 1824.
Wow,
Now, today it's 2024. It's 2024. Yeah, it gets worse.
Great.
Way worse. We found out that Nick's not-so-secret client, Scott, is booking a vacation with him at Sandals. And I had no idea that if this was you, I'm just assuming it's you. I had no idea you were a feet guy. No idea you were a feet guy. I thought you were just a big white supremacist guy. I had no idea you were a feet guy. No idea. Scott said he has a lot of anxiety about the nude beach he's going to, and I thought this was because of the crabs clawing at the shrimp between his legs. Now he already has crabs though, so it wasn't a worry for him. It's not really not afraid of the crabs.
Wow.
Do you want to talk about a lie that was said on the podcast tonight? Scott lied during the entire so-called interview with the general of the Ant Army. I can assure you there's no leftover food on my desk.
You know what's so funny? I knew you were going to say something like that.
It's the biggest lie tonight of the podcast. It actually is there's actually a bigger lie. Ryan in Florida Man versus Jersey Man talked about how he has a wallet attached to a chain. Ryan, we all know you don't own a wallet. You don't have a wallet, man. Come on.
That was fun.
I was going to go in a totally different direction. I made it a little more family friendly. Sarah talked about how there was an infestation of lice at her house. Last time I heard the word infestation was when Scott called me and was talking about the ethnicity in the NBA.
Oh my God. Stop. Wow. Oh my God.
Sarah continued to talk about lice and how African Americans aren't prone to lice. Scott texted me during this and said, see, there is black privilege.
Oh my God. Wow.
I guess we can all just forget about the systemic racism since African American people are less prone to lice than white people, right, Scott?
I love all people the same.
Yes, all lives matter, right, Scott? Nick is back this week, and most of you were surprised. I'm sorry, hold on. I have to say lastly, because I always say lastly. Didn't type it this week. I read my script word for word. And lastly, Nick is back this week. Most of you are surprised, but I'm never surprised because I'm never surprised when he comes on my back. When Nick comes back. Sorry, read this weird though this week. Anyway, those are my cliff notes.
It's been quite the show. A lot of stuff's happened, so nothing can stop this little boy from recapping the day the his way.
Thank you so much, Chris. You can connect with us on all of our social media. Our links are right there on our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. While you're there, check out our sweet merchandise and get your South Jersey Transportation Services shirts before they go away. You can also join our clubhouse. Become a friend with benefits for as low as $2 a month. You can watch us record all of these things live as they're happening, except for segment 1, which is on YouTube. Don't forget NNF Reacts on Twitch every Wednesday night at around 10 o'clock-ish, something like that. And leave us a review and rating on the Spotify or the Apple Podcast or wherever you listen to your podcasts. On behalf of the Sophisticated Gentleman, Game Master Ryan, our Lord and Savior Remy, Abby, our producer Alex, Nick, Sarah, Chris, I'm Scott. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye, bitches.